Welcome back to Get Into It. I, of course, am Tami Roman. Now, if you want to see more Fox Soul content, which I'm sure you do, you need to head on over to their YouTube channel and make sure that you subscribe. But while you're subscribing, make sure you hit the notification bell, okay? Because if you don't hit that, then you won't be notified when they've got new updates, new videos, and live shows. And please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. We need to know that you like what we're putting down, and make sure you drop down in the comment section and let us know how you feel. Now, my guest tonight is an amazingly talented actor and producer and ex-NFL football player who has starred in some of your favorite films and TV shows such as BET's The Game, Being Mary Jane, Fast and Furious 5, and he's currently playing the role of Andrew in the BET Plus drama series that I actually watched. I was sucked in to Ruthless. So please welcome Blue Kimble to the show.
Ooh.
Hey, Blue.
Hey, Miss Tami. You gave me.
How are you?
I'm good. You gave me a nice little intro.
See how I did that? You see how I did that?
You did that.
You know, I watch Ruthless, okay?
Okay.
And Andrew, we gonna have a conversation.
I would love to have a ruthless conversation with you.
Because you play Andrew on Ruthless. And how does that feel? Because I'm telling you, when I started watching the show, I had no idea that this is what the show was going to be about. And I'm going to let you tell the people what it's about.
Right. So Ruthless is, one of Tyler Perry's brainchild creations, one of his passion projects. Mm-hmm. He put a lot of love into that one, man. He created a world for us. It's about a cult that's fluctuating in sex trafficking, drug trafficking, XYZ, murder, death, kill. I'm an FBI agent who goes
undercover
within the cult.
Correct.
And while being undercover within the cult, the FBI is concerned that I have drunk too much of
sucked all the way in, Blue,
the cult juice, and I've become one of them. So they got to send another FBI agent in to try to get me out. And so within all that, we do a lot of lies, sex, drama, killing, and the above. So big
child, if y'all don't watch Ruthless, y'all need to get this BET Plus app and make sure that it's so many twists and turns.
Sheesh. And we filming season 3 right now.
And you still there, right? Because he be confusing me sometimes. Because then I was like, now where is Andrew? Because you had went back to your wife, and then you got mad at her. I was just so sucked in. And then I said, is he really a part of the cult? Then you was messing with the girl that was in the cult, even though you was mad. It's just a lot. Y'all got to watch Ruthless.
Tami, you really know what's going on, don't you?
Yes, I do, because I watch it. I'm telling you.
I see now. But no, Andrew is, at the end of the day, Andrew is still trying to be Superman. He caught up in what he got, but at the end of the day, he's doing everything he got to do to save everybody.
Okay, so that I'm not gonna hear that. You playing the game. You maneuvering how you need to with whoever it is. Yeah. Got it.
I'm trying to save them children. But yeah, no, I'm sick of my wife. The hell with my wife,
Yeah.
Me all the way dirty. These girls that do you dirty out here.
Now, see, that's what I want to talk to you about, because today's topic is, how do you know when you found the one that you can classify as wifey material? Now, I know your life because you come from that sports world. So I'm sure you had a plethora of women in your stable at one time. And then we're going to find out what's going on in your life right now. But I'm sure you had access to plenty of women back in that sports world.
In so much trouble.
You got in a lot of trouble?
I said, you trying to get me in trouble right
Oh,
now.
no. We're gonna explain. We're gonna explain to the people. We're going back and then we're gonna bring it forward. That's what we're doing. So you was in the NFL. What team did you play for?
I mean, you know sports in that world and that life and what comes with that. You know, trying to have relationships when you're doing that, it's not always the easiest thing because you do a lot of traveling. You do a lot of.
And what team were you on?
I jumped around, man. I did a short stint when I first came with the Bills and Panthers. But that's all. Don't worry about all that, mama.
I'm just trying to get all the tea, Blue.
You bringing up a part of my life that ain't even a part of my life no more.
I'm trying to set the story so the people understand that you traveling, you played with teams, and you traveling around, and you seeing all these women. They in the lobby, they following the bus, they following every state and city you travel to. They there. But were you able to find someone during that time that you felt was wifey material?
Me, myself, I was a younger man in that time, and that wasn't in my mind frame at all. That really wasn't what I was looking for, because I was
getting it.
I was doing what I was doing, and I knew, it wasn't really time in my life. I was younger, mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm not the grown man I am now. Then it was wasn't doing nothing but being a young football man, and still chasing those football dreams and city hopping and team hopping and not having a long stay in the city, getting tossed around, trying to make it, in the industry.
So that wasn't a part of your life, but now we're going to bring it more current and being the breakout star. Pretty much everything that you're on, maneuvering through Hollywood. Are you with someone now?
I am single. I am a single man.
Single. Ladies, y'all hear that? He has said he was single. Okay.
Man, so if you got me a young suitor, somebody that you said is wifey material, you let me know.
Don't rely on me to figure it out. I'm trying to have you put it out to the people.
I'm putting it out there, but you got all the damn answers, so I'm sure you.
I don't have the answers. That's why I'm trying to find out what you consider to be wifey material.
Well, like I said, it's hard, Miss Tami, because of what I do. And like I said, like you brought up the sports, these two things segue within each other. And that was one of the things that, took me out when I first got into it, how much the Hollywood game and being in this industry now is so much like the sports, and everything that I did prior was really preparing me for this life that I'm doing now. It's a lot the same with the mental preparation, the time, learning to win, learning to lose, you know what I mean? Having to, keep pulling yourself up, just like in sport. You got to have that discipline and whatnot. And the time aspect is the same. The traveling is the same.
Yep.
It's going to take a special woman to be able to understand what I do.
And you don't feel like you've come across anybody that kind of fits that?
Yeah, it's different things.
That special woman.
Some people can understand it and some people don't, because it's so foreign to them. They don't understand when, somebody's like, it's no way you were on a movie set today for 15 hours. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing.
You ain't called me all day. I've been filming a movie all day for 15 hours. Some people can get with that. Some people can't. So it's, it's the dynamic of the problems, the double-edged sword that you got to deal with.
What's the longest relationship time you've been in?
The longest relationship I've been in?
Mm-hmm.
I just got out of a relationship not too long ago, and we were.
Oh, so you're newly single?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. We were together for.
So she wasn't special enough. She didn't understand, or what had happened?
Well, she was very special young lady. Still a very special young lady. It's just that we had to separate because of things that was just going on. Pandemic happened, filming happened, life happens. We can't control everything. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. You think you can control everything. You can't.
Yeah. Some things are out of our control. But was she wifey material?
Very much so. very much so wifey material. I try not to associate with, with people that I don't think that are wifey material, but we didn't cross that line,
Right.
We didn't get married. So at the point, that's why I was like, we're not really going to go any further right now. So that's why we just need to
Separate.
But
So was it you that couldn't figure out how to go any further, or was it her?
It was, 'cause we came to terms.
What's that smile about?
You're so funny with you and your wordplay. But no, it was just, certain things, once they reach their course, you just got to let them be that instead of, literally beating a dead horse or letting, something prolong. So instead of me doing that, I'm a single man now.
Okay. Well, lovepanky.com, they released 4 character traits and signs that they feel make someone wifey material. So I want to ask you about these and see if you agree. The first one is she listens to what you have to say. You think that's important?
Very important, my love. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. They don't listen. They don't communicate. That's where I feel 90% of problems come from. Because you listening and you ain't communicating. If you tell me you straight up, you listen to what I'm saying, I'm listening to what you're saying. We both know what's going on. We on the same page.
But communication isn't saying what's wrong and then the person hearing, right? That's what we typically think communication is. I say you listen, you say I listen, right? But we forget that layer in communication that speaks to, once I hear what you're saying, being able to repeat it back to you so that I make sure that I'm comprehending it the way you're intending it. Oh, did that rhyme? Blue, I felt like I had dropped a bar right there.
Right now. Comprehension is key. Some people didn't know about reading Rainbow. So, some people won't be on the struggle bus.
They be on the struggle bus. So I just want to get clarity.
Hey, so some people didn't do well in school. You do know that, right?
Say that again.
Everybody didn't do well in school. They didn't comprehend. They had comprehension problems then. So
this is true.
They have comprehension problems now within life and relationships. It's a thing.
And so they bring that into relationships, not really understanding, not really being able to process information properly. And then you feel that causes problems when a person is like that.
Definitely.
So how do you get over that? Do you just say, okay, this person, she's not understanding.
Doing a lot of explaining. And if you're doing a lot of explaining within a relationship, that's a lot of draining. Explaining is draining.
Oh, you hit a bar. That's a bar. The next one they said is she fits right into any crowd. Do you think that's necessary when you're trying to make somebody wifey material?
Depends on what kind of crowds you're running in and what kind of crowds you're trying to have in.
Well, I mean, for you specifically, you're an entertainer. I'm sure you're in a lot of different circles. Is that important to you?
For me, it's a thing. It depends on if we entertain, but I try to keep a lot of my personal life personal.
Okay. So you're not a person who posts your lady on Instagram and all that type of stuff.
It's not that I can't and I won't, but I just know what kind of smoke comes with that. When you're putting your personal stuff out there for people to see, judge, taste, feel, do whatever they want with it. Now they're saying and doing things towards me, towards my person, and indirectly,
and that can cause problems too. So you rather keep it private. How about this one? She takes care of you when you're sick.
That's mandatory.
Are you spoiled?
I'm not spoiled, but I come from I'm blessed enough to be a man that comes from a 2-parent home and raised by a real man and a real woman, real black man, real black woman. So I know what love is. I know what real love is. I know what it feels like. You know what I mean? So you can't come
And
around.
a lot of people don't have that, Blue. They don't have that frame of reference.
That's what I'm telling you. A lot of people don't know what that feels, tastes, or smells like. I know it from, to the max. My mother is the realest. So not saying that I'm comparing any woman that I deal with to my mom, but I need you to be that. Regardless of what we're doing, you strong, Black, independent woman, or etc. You can't be a robot. I still want you to be a woman. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a real man. I got enough of the manliness for both of us. I need you to be a woman.
I believe it too. I believe it.
I want you to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? So if I need that womanly love and that attention, I want that.
You want that. It's funny that you say you're not instinctively trying to compare someone to your mother, but because you do have that as a frame of reference, that's probably one of your characteristics that you look for in wifey too, is that they do kind of remind you of your mama. They do kind of have some of her traits and that motherly instinct and kindness that your mom gave to you. You want that person to have that as well. But I want to flip the script when we come back, because this is getting good. If you're just tuning in, you missed a lot. I've been sitting here with Blue Kimble, and you might know him from The Game or Ruthless, one of my favorite shows right now, and such an amazing body of work. But we'll be right back with him after this, because this is Get Into It with Tami Roman on Fox Soul. Welcome back to Get Into It with Tami Roman. That's me, and you're here at Fox Soul, but I've been chatting with Blue Kimble, and I want to shift gears a little bit, because you know what? I have felt like Blue didn't want me to get him in trouble. So I'm going to leave wifey material alone. Just briefly, because I do want to ask you, do you feel you're husband material?
Wow. It switch it up and flipped it.
I'm just saying,
of course, I'm husband material. Nobody's not going to say anything of the latter about themselves.
No. Well, no, sometimes people are like, no, I got some with me. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna have to work through some things before I can be good for somebody else. Sometimes people will say that.
Oh, we all, have the things that we have to overcome. But I am, like I said, I'm grown. I'm grown now. I have progressed mentally, physically, spiritually.
What do you bring to the table, Blue? And I don't want to talk about like my career, and I'm self-sufficient and I'm financially stable, but like
these are big things.
They're big things, but in terms of emotional and mental support, what are you offering the woman that finally comes into your life?
Oh wow. All of that you just said. Besides that, I mean, I am that. I mean, if I'm choosing somebody to be my partner, that's what we are. We're gonna be partners. Regardless of whatever we're doing. If we're doing business, it's not just my business, it's our business now.
Right.
Whatever you're doing becomes mine, and ours. That's me. And that's one thing I don't play with about relationships, because if I don't do things just to do it, and I don't make moves without, thinking about them first. Some people
Would you do a credit check on your proposed significant other?
Did I do a credit check?
Would you?
People are doing that now.
Yeah.
People are doing credit checks. Wow. Damn. Everybody hit me.
Because like you just said, it becomes ours, right?
But that's the thing with marriage. I can't speak on marriage to the next levels because I have never done that. I can only speak from, other people's stories around me, what they done told me, etc. But damn, no, I don't think nobody done ran my credit, but I ask people what they got going on. My significant other that I was dealing with, I knew what she had going on, and financially or lack thereof, student loans and what hadn't been paid off. We talked about that stuff.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's the main component is credit.
Well, I'm just saying it's important, right? Like I'm just offering you some words of advice. When you do decide that you found the one, I think it's beneficial for both of you guys to just know in its entirety what you're stepping into when you decide to go down. Because marriage, we anticipate being forever, right? Like you say, you come from a 2-parent household. That's what your frame of reference is. So you quite naturally will want the same thing. So forever, in theory, you want to know what you're getting into. I mean, like if y'all can't even buy no house when get no car.
Sure, it's that bad, then we ain't signing no papers. We just gonna stay. We'll be together without, on signing the documentation that would make it sound like that would make us.
See, there's the things that are important to you then, because now you say, well, we ain't getting married at all if she ain't got that right.
We would fix those things. Those are things that can be fixed. See, some people got problems that they can't fix. That's a fixable problem. Credit and finances, we can fix that. I'm talking about these other people with those issues and other things that they ain't worked out for themselves, but still trying to jump into XYZ relationship. So
let me ask you this. When did you realize that acting was your purpose?
Like I said, after I stopped playing ball, after I got hurt and I couldn't play ball no more, that was something that was a part of my life since I was a child. And just like that, it's over.
Right.
The thing about sports, just like when it's done, it's done.
True. I'm married to an ex-NFL player. He played for the Saints. So I hear this all the time. Yeah. So
football life is like no other sport. So
true. That's true.
Just a quick comparison, like to basketball, baseball, whatever. You can go do that. If you can still, you don't hoop no more professionally or whatever, even if you weren't professional, college athlete or whatever. When you're done, you can still go to LA Fitness and run 5-on-5,
right?
Dunk on somebody and have that same feeling of, I'm a hooper. I'm a hoop nigga.
Yeah.
Good. Same thing with baseball. You can play baseball, whatever. Football, once you're done, you're done. You will never put that helmet on again, the body armor. You will never feel that contact of, once it's done, it's done. You can't fake play football. You can't.
That's true.
Football. Football, you will die. You can go out there and break your legs off and whatever. That's why people love football so much, because people lay it all
on the line. That's true. So when you couldn't do that anymore, I'm sure you had to take time off to just regroup.
Just trying to find different things to fill that void. I thought I was going to be a coach. I thought I was going to, and you understand, whatever I ask God for, He gives it to me. He allows me to touch it. Just like with being a football player. I didn't become damn Emmitt Smith Super Bowl champion, Deion Sanders, the best ever, but I still touched it.
Right.
So after that, I thought I was going to be a coach. I thought that was going to still be my connection to the game.
Well, what did you go to school for? Like, what was your major?
All that. I got a degree in business education.
And you're going to the business field? You solely wanted to stay with sports?
That's the other side of with the education. Like I said, to be the coach, these are the things that you just have to have in the background. You know what I mean? But once I got into it, I realized like it wasn't what I wanted to do. It was too demanding and too much of my time, and I was still young, and I wasn't focused enough to allocate all my time to it. So I had to step away from it because I was going to fail. You know what I mean? And I don't like to fail. I was going to set myself up for failure. I wasn't
very honest of you to admit.
I wasn't. So that's why I stepped away from that. And just doing other things, corporate jobs and businesses, just different things that people would set me up with from the array of people that were part of my life or whatever the opportunities that I had. I was making money, but I wasn't happy. I would dread waking up at, 6 a.m. in the morning, going to work, doing a job that I didn't like.
Right.
Just for money. It is what it is.
made a decision, was it one day you said, you know what, maybe I should try this acting thing, or did someone approach you, or you got an audition? Like, how did you transition?
Same thing. People always used to be like, oh man, you should get into modeling, you look good, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I am from College Park, Georgia. I am from Atlanta. I don't do all that pretty boy stuff. I ain't Shamar Moore.
Right? You better leave Shamar alone.
You know, he's like the ultimate light-skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to you, Shamar Moore. You the man. But I'm like, I ain't no Shamar Moore ass dude. I don't do all that modeling stuff. You know, that was, you know, when you from the hood, that's your mentality. But whatever. This chick that I was dealing with actually tricked me to go to acting class with her.
Ah.
I drove her there, and I was sitting down, and Miss Navanya Rose was like, "Get up!" You know, she's from Tyler Perry. She's a Tyler Perry small. She used to do movies and stuff with him and whatnot. Great acting coach in Atlanta, etc. She spawned a lot of careers, and she did the same for me. I was in her class, and she was like, "Get up, you performing." I'm like, "No, I'm just her ride." She like, "Get up, fake pretty boy dude. You one sits and audits my class," and she was dead serious. After the class, she was like, "How long you been acting?" And I'm like, "I've never done this before in my life." And she was like, "Really?" She was like, "I thought you were more trained and seasoned." She was like, "Wow." She was like, "Brother, were you tripping? Because you got it. Whatever it is."
So you were a natural.
You have it. You got the energy. You got the look. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, the gravitational people connect with you. You got it. She's like, "Nigga, you tripping because you could be getting paid." That randomness, the randomness of that situation, that's how it started.
Wow. So now that you're in it, because you're in it, right?
My life.
What obstacles do you feel like you face or have faced during your career journey?
It's just a thing because I came into this game totally green, like
Green.
green, super green, not knowing nothing about nothing. And just the progressions of it, you know, like I said, in comparisons to sports and football, everything from the discipline that I already knew that was installed in me from that portion of my life was actually preparing me for this. Not even know it. That's the whole point. People, they have everything planned and mapped out, just like I thought I did too. And that was, like I said, it's 2020, a new decade. In 2010, I wasn't acting at all. It wasn't even on my radar, you know, of anything. And now it's my life totally. So it just goes to show you when God steps in, that you can, or the universe, or the energy, the blessings that come for you, you have to be able to receive them. I could have took that and not receive, you know, blocked it. I allowed it to come in, and now it's my life.
It's your life.
It's just crazy how that works, you know.
So what's your dream job, or do you feel you've already done your dream job?
Every job that I do is dream job, Tami, because I'm not supposed to be doing this at all. Not to say that I am supposed to be doing it, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be receiving the blessings that I have. Or initially, you know, that was the mentality. But
so maybe I should post it as job. What's your dream character?
Right. I am supposed to be doing it because I wouldn't be having so much blessing within it if I wasn't. Because I've seen people on the ladder who've been trying to do this since they were 5 and 10 years old. And they will never get the blessings that I have, or no, you know, so I don't take any of it for granted. I love it. You know what I mean? I'm more than honored to be able to do it. But you say dream jobs. I mean, of course, I'm an athlete, you know, a former athlete. So whatever, I'm still athletic. So, you know, you want to do those Will Smith roles, you know, you want to pull guns out and shoot people and do stuff and stunts and whatever, you know. Me being who I get a lot of boyfriend roles. I'm always a boyfriend, you know, and whatever. And people be like, "Why you don't do no stunts?" Well, like, I was the love interest in this movie. It wasn't really no guns. Right. They're like, "When you go do some stuff, blow some up." I'm like, it's not in my control. But when those come, that type of stuff, everybody wants to be Black Panther.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a
Not
Marvel.
me though. You know
No,
what
I'm saying,
my dream role would be? To work for Tyler or Dick Wolf and do something like Law and Order.
well, that's gonna happen. If those are the things that you want, you already done spoken into existence.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gonna be in a purple robe.
No, I just want to view Ruthless. There's nothing inside of me that that would want y'all. It's too many twists and turns for me. But clearly, you like working with Tyler, right? Is there any idiosyncrasy or little thing about him that you could give us some tea on that people may not know?
First off, he is a creative genius. And just to be in his presence, that close to him, and now call him, friend, here, whatever. It's insane. You know what I mean? Who would ever thought? Like I said, the path of where I am now. Like I can call TP up right now.
Yeah.
I can call him, even though I don't do it. I holler at him. We check it with text, but I don't waste my.
Don't waste those because then people be mad if they gave you their number.
Yeah, I don't cash in my Tyler Perry tickets unless but no, like I said, to be in his presence is insane. Like he is ahead of the curve. Like the things that he just thinks of, and like the studio.
I was gonna say he was the first person to come up and have all his productions in the bubble. Like everybody else was shut down and y'all was working.
He was working because the way that he sees things is on another level, and that's what he pours into me. I'm a sponge. I'm listening. People talk to me, be like, all right, yeah, okay, whatever. No, whenever he's talking to me, I'm like this tunnel vision focused listening, because like I said, how can you not take for word or, whatever he tells you? So I just love, and that's one thing about him. People see him and, because of who he is. He's such a giver.
You're so blessed. I mean, that's one man I definitely want to work for one day. I have this thing around here, Blue, called Tami's Fast Five. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You say the first thing that comes to your mind. What movie was so sad that you will never watch it again?
Never watch it again?
Because it was so sad or so bad. How about that?
Bad that I won't watch it again. You putting me on the spot because people go get mad at me. I can't say this stuff. They're like, I ain't working.
Don't say this movie you ain't gonna watch, Blue, so I can get the question too.
Mortal Kombat.
See, what's a habit that you have that annoys other people? This stalling with answering questions. You ain't got to think that much.
I have a brain. I think. What annoys people?
A habit that you have.
Cursing.
Okay, I got the same one. What makes you nervous?
Marriage.
We learned that today. What are the 2 biggest lessons you learned from in a previous relationship?
Tell the truth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, which one of your celebrity crushes is capable of being Blue Kimble's wifey? It's a celebrity crush. It doesn't mean anything. It's like, could happen, may not happen, but just somebody.
Halle Berry.
That's my dog. Halle Berry's my dog. We love us some Halle Berry around here. Blue, I want to thank you so much for joining me and taking time out your day and cutting off your drinking.
Look.
I'm just kidding. But
on the clock, I can have a drink. It's okay.
You can. I just wish I was there to have one with you. I'm missing all the fun. But brother, I want to tell you, keep up the great work and being a true representative of what a king is in this industry, because it's hard and some people fall by the wayside. But I am seeing you, I am watching you, and I am proud of the work that you're doing. So please keep continuing to keep it real for us. How can people find you on social media?
I received that. First off, everything you said, I appreciate that, and I received that. Speaking to
And
me.
that wasn't scripted.
That's
I
what-
just came off the top with that. That was extemporaneously because I wanted to give you that in truth.
Speaking to me, love. I need it.
Mm-hmm.
It's my name is Blue, like the color, and my last name Kimble, all the way across the board. I ain't got no crazy names like light skinned, bearded Drake.
Light skin Blue K. That's not
Right.
you. Oh, damn. Let me unfollow him. I'm just kidding. We love you around here. Thanks for being
Okay.
friends.
I got a lot of catfish pages. It ain't me.
Okay. All right. We got it. Blue Kimble across the board, y'all. Please go follow him on all social media.